In the West Bank city of Ramallah, members of the Palestinian Prisoners Club demonstrated December 12th outside the offices of the International Committee of the Red Cross.
Our
purpose is to urge the ICRC to visit detainees in Israeli prisons and detention centres. It is crucial to highlight that the Israeli wartime government has imposed a ban preventing the ICRC and lawyers from assessing and visiting prisoners in the prisons. Additionally, we lack information about individuals arrested since October 7th.
Almost 4,000 Palestinians have been arrested since the Israel-Hamas war began, according to Palestinian prisoners' rights groups. After October 7th, Israel suspended the ICRC's regular visits to Palestinian prisoners to ensure humane treatment in detention. According to Amnesty International, torture of Palestinian prisoners has been ongoing for decades in Israeli prisons. It and other human rights organisations have also complained that Israel has been holding Palestinians without charge or due process, under what Israel calls administrative detention. Administrative detention has to be approved by a judge. It allows authorities to detain people based on security concerns alone. VOA spoke to a former Israeli judge on whether administrative detention represents a threat to democracy. He says the move protects democracy.
Of course, it limits the rights of the person. A democracy shouldn't commit suicide in order to prove its vitality. Sometimes, under certain conditions, security must prevail.
Here in the Kalandia refugee camp, the site of many recent arrests, Khaled Shadeh says his 17-year-old niece was shot and held after approaching an Israeli checkpoint waving a Palestinian flag. This video purports to show her being detained. Her family has not heard from her in more than a month.
We anticipated that she would be included in the agreement for releasing prisoners. We were shocked when she was not released as part of the deal, despite being just a child. Her innocence and the fact that she had committed no wrongdoing left us shocked. Now, we just live in the hope that she'll be freed soon.
The Israeli government has declared dead in absentia 19 of the 135 hostages still held by Hamas inside Gaza. Israel has similarly called for Hamas to grant the ICRC access to the hostages, but the ICRC says it cannot do so safely. Hanan Barghouti was released in November under a deal that saw the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. She says she suffered inhumane treatment in an Israeli jail where she was held under administrative detention and sympathises with the hostages being held in Gaza.
We are human and we strongly oppose imprisonment or killing others. I have no desire to harm anyone, not even the person who imprisoned me. If circumstances change and Palestine is restored to us, and I become the jailer while he is imprisoned, I wouldn't want to harm him.
On whether visits to Palestinian prisoners would resume, the ICRC told VOA in a written response that the ICRC is engaging the relevant authorities on this critical matter in its usual bilateral and confidential dialogue. Henry Wilkins, VOA News, Ramallah, the West Bank.